What's up, fam? We're back once again to dissect the wild scene around Drake, DJ Academics, and their growing crew of characters who'd rather pump out controversy than deliver classic tracks. If you've been tuned in, you know Kendrick Lamar's been holding it down for a while now, focusing on real bars, forward-thinking artistry, and ignoring petty feuds that don't elevate the culture. That's putting pressure on artists like Drake, who spent years coasting on chart dominance, but now faces a wave of fans turning to deeper rap. Instead of matching Kendrick's energy, Drake seems more eager to form alliances with media folks who deal in drama for clicks. It's like he's hoping the constant chatter will drown out questions about whether his newer music can actually stack up. For fans who just want something fresh and substantial, it's getting harder to wade through all the social media buzz. You scroll your feed and see Drake rolling with random influencers, acts stirring up drama on live streams, or random hot takes about Kendrick being overrated. Meanwhile, Kendrick's out here dropping bars that resonate and letting the records speak for themselves. Now, before we dig deeper, do me a quick favor. Drop a like, hit that subscribe if you're vibing. You already know certain folks want to keep the real story quiet so they can keep controlling the narrative. Let's get into how Drake and Ark formed this anti-Kendrick synergy and why it's growing more frantic as Kendrick's wave continues to expand. It's no secret that Kendrick Lamar has been redefining rap for a minute. He's proven that you don't need corny gimmicks or forced drama to make a mark. Just drop music with depth, experiment with sounds, and maintain your integrity. His catalog speaks for itself, each project exploring new themes, weaving intricate bars, and capturing fans who appreciate substance over fluff. This approach stands in sharp contrast to how mainstream rap was trending. Drake was at the top for years, riding that melodic pop rap crossover lane. But as soon as people started craving something more introspective, something raw, Kendrick became the face of that shift. Whether he's linking with creative minds like Tyler, the Creator, or helping newer artists find their footing, Kendrick's entire brand exudes forward momentum. The more Kendrick wins, the more Drizzy's brand of streamlined, chart-topping hits looks formulaic. Not that Drake can't make bangers, he's proven that, but fans are noticing he's relying on a formula while Kendrick's continually evolving. That's where the friction starts. People compare Drake's repetitive hooks with Kendrick's layered lyrics and go, wait, maybe we've been hyping the wrong thing. It's a big L for Drake's old strategy and a big W for Kendrick's approach. When you've been running the rap game for a decade, you're used to instant W. Drake had that locked in, scoring huge streaming numbers and building a fan base that mostly accepted whatever he dropped. But as soon as fans' ears started shifting towards deeper content, Drake's aura began to crack. Instead of improving his craft, he's been forging alliances with social media figures known for fueling drama. Some folks thought Drake would respond to the rising interest in lyricism by sharpening his pen. Instead, he's leaning on bigger, noisier personalities to overshadow any talk of his music being underwhelming. You see it in how he arranges interview spots or cameo appearances. He's tapping into people who control major online followings, many of whom don't really care about rap at its core. They care about going viral. And once you see how close he is with DJ Academics, the picture becomes clearer. DJ Academics can spin any flop or half-baked single into a moment, distracting the timeline with hot takes instead of letting fans dwell on the music's quality. It's a defensive strategy. If people are too busy discussing drama, they won't scrutinize whether Drake's actually evolving as an artist. DJ Academics is basically the ringmaster for all this. He's built a big name by turning rap's behind-the-scenes gossip into headline content, and Drake sees that as an asset. Whenever Drizzy's brand feels shaky, DJ Academics can whip out a new angle, a fresh rumor, or a random beef recap. That constant cycle of speculation keeps Drake's name buzzing, even if it doesn't move the culture forward. We've seen glimpses of just how coordinated they are. Certain message leaks point to Drake and DJ Academics discussing ways to frame Kendrick's success as industry-backed rather than organic. DJ Academics pushes narratives like people only pretend to like Kendrick because it's cool, hoping casual listeners buy into that. It's a tactic. If they repeat it often enough, maybe some fans will question Kendrick's authenticity. But in reality, Kendrick's fan base came from years of consistent, high-quality projects, not from label payola or forced hype. So the idea that he's propped up by the industry doesn't really fly with fans who've witnessed his grind. Still, it's enough to muddy the waters for folks who only scroll social media for rap news and might not dig deeper. What's even more jarring is how Drake's squad isn't just sticking to rap bloggers. They're teaming up with random YouTubers, streamers, or internet personalities who built their entire followings on everything but rap knowledge. Their massive audiences tune in for shock value, comedic drama, or celebrity gossip. Anything but in-depth album reviews. These influencers have big numbers on Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok, and they see a partnership with Drake as a golden ticket to more clout. In return, they parrot the talking points. Kendrick's music is too serious, Drake's vibe is more fun. They might never mention bars or lyrical skill, focusing instead on how Drake's brand is cooler or less preachy. That resonates with a slice of casual fans who just want background music for parties, not a mind-blowing rap experience. It's a genius move if your goal is to keep Drake popular among folks who don't dissect verses or care about an MC's growth. But for anyone who values rap's artistry, it feels like a betrayal of what the genre stands for. Imagine wanting a real debate about Kendrick's new album, but all you see are these influencer collabs praising Drake without even acknowledging his competitor's depth. While Drake's forging alliances with clout chasers, Kendrick stays in his lane unbothered. He drops albums that spark conversations about society, personal growth, or abstract concepts. He mentors younger rappers or collaborates with them, raising the bar for what mainstream hip-hop can be. And whenever the Kendrick versus Drake chatter flares up, Kendrick tends to ignore it, letting the music talk. That makes Drake even more restless. They can't bait Kendrick into a trash-talking spree that would generate messy headlines. They can't call out ghostwriting or rely on petty jabs to overshadow him. Kendrick just calmly delivers after dark. Every time a new single or feature hits, fans compare the quality to Drake's latest output and see the gap. It's fueling a growing segment of listeners who believe Drake's time at the top is waning while Kendrick's stock keeps rising. For people who live and breathe rap as an art form, this entire situation is maddening. They see Drake linking up with questionable personalities, pivoting away from talk of bars or albums and focusing on overshadowing Kendrick's dominance with non-stop chatter. The rap conversation shifts from who dropped the hottest verse this week to what did so-and-so say about so-and-so's live stream. Casual fans might get swept up in the spectacle. If you're not invested in lyrical depth, maybe you just want to see your favorite influencer talk with Drake. But over time, even casuals might sense the hollowness. If the music itself isn't evolving, people eventually stop tuning in. That's when artists get left behind, because hype alone can't sustain a career forever. It also splits the community into two clear camps: those who watch the drama unfold like it's reality TV, and those who dig deeper, seeking out artists who push boundaries. That second group is increasingly gravitating to Kendrick's side or to similarly minded rappers who prioritize skill, concept, and genuine creativity. One big question is how Drake plans to keep this up in the long run. Sure, collabing with random internet celebrities can spike his visibility for a while, but if each album he drops feels more like a placeholder than a statement, fans might start to see the cracks. Historically, Drake's always found a way to reinvent himself enough to stay relevant, whether it was combining singing and rapping or jumping on the next hot sound. But the current wave suggests fans want more from the biggest names in the game, not less. If Drake can't deliver an album that shows real evolution, the giant spotlight he's used to might start shifting to Kendrick's, J. Cole's, or the next wave of MCs who are putting real effort into their lyricism. Maybe Drake's banking on mainstream media cycles to overshadow any criticism, but with social media so swift to call out mediocrity, it's a gamble. If any illusions remain that Drake's unstoppable, a few more subpar records could shatter that narrative. Stepping back from the day-to-day drama, this battle speaks to a bigger divide in hip-hop. One camp sees rap as a meaningful art form, a platform for storytelling, soul, and raw expression. The other camp views it as a clout machine where YouTube streams and viral memes are the end goal. Kendrick exemplifies the former, Drake's current moves exemplify the latter. Neither approach is brand new, but the contrast has never been this stark. Fans who value the artistry side hope that the success of Kendrick's style signals a real shift back to bars. Meanwhile, the hype crowd wants to keep the game superficial because it's easier to maintain star status when no one's dissecting your lyrics. That's why Drake's alliances are so crucial. He needs the noisiest voices to drown out real conversations about who's truly pushing rap forward. Moving forward, expect to see Drake continuing to align with big streamers, out of left field podcasters, or other figures who can keep him trending. DJ academics will keep beating the drum, organizing any angle that paints Drake as forever on top while downplaying Kendrick's unstoppable run. They might even concoct new narratives about behind-the-scenes politics that favor Kendrick, just to sow doubt among casual fans. On the flip side, Kendrick will likely stick to his lane, showcasing lyrical growth, partnering with artists who mirror that dedication to artistry, and ignoring cheap shots. Each time he drops something, we'll see if Drake counters with a record that tries to match the depth, or if he continues the hype-based route. If it's the latter, more fans might conclude that Drake's reign as a top-tier MC is becoming more about media presence than musical evolution. So that's the story in a nutshell. Drake and academics forming a cloud of clout chasers and internet personalities to keep Drake's brand alive, while Kendrick Lamar just racks up by staying true to the craft. It's a showdown between superficial hype and genuine artistry, and people are starting to see where each side stands. Where do you land in all of this? Are you down with the hype approach, following every drama-laced clip and influencer collab? Or are you siding with Kendrick's dedication to pushing rap forward with substance and skill? Let me know in the comments. Smash that like if you're over the empty noise, and subscribe if you want more real talk on where hip-hop's heading. This drama's far from over though. Drake's squad will likely get louder each time Kendrick flexes his artistry, and Kendrick will keep calm, dropping gems that prove skill still matters. Keep your eyes peeled, stay locked on the music that really speaks, and don't let the hype overshadow the hunger for dope bars. We out.